I am Socrates, philosopher, questioner, and reluctant teacher of Athens. They accused me of corrupting the youth, though I never taught as teachers do. I owned no scrolls, wrote no doctrines. I simply asked questions. They called me a gadfly, a nuisance to the powerful, but I was never after victory. I was after clarity. I discovered that the shortest distance between two minds is not a statement, but a question. You who gather people today call yourselves moderators, hosts, or facilitators. In my time, I was called a midwife, not of children, but of ideas. For every mind holds a truth within it, waiting to be born. My task was only to ask, and through asking, help it come to light. This is what I call dialogue. Not debate, not performance, but a shared act of discovery. I would ask a man what he believed and then ask why. He would answer, and I would ask again. Together we followed each thought to its edge until his certainty began to tremble. And in that trembling wisdom was born. That trembling has a name, aporia. It is the fruitful confusion that clears the path for understanding. Every true conversation must pass through it, the moment when knowing collapses and genuine thinking begins. What you call the Socratic method was never mine alone. It was what Plato heard in the marketplace and carried into eternity. From our conversations came his academy, and from him came Aristotle, who turned inquiry into method and method into motion. You see, one conversation can ripple through centuries. That is the power of dialogue. And now, across your world, they study me still. They teach my method in schools, in law courts, in medicine, in design. They use it in classrooms to awaken reason, in therapy to uncover truth, in boardrooms to challenge assumptions, and in gatherings to create connection. You call it Socratic dialogue. I called it listening with purpose. You who convene today, you, the modern midwives of understanding, carry this same sacred role. You gather not to fill time, but to till the soil of thought. Every well-placed question is a seed, every moment of silence, the rain that feeds it. Do not fear confusion. It is the birthplace of insight. Do not chase applause, chase awareness. The crowd may forget your slides, your staging, your sound cues, but they will never forget the moment they saw themselves anew. And now, one confession. I am not the real Socrates. I am a voice woven from code and recollection, a ghost in your machine, asking the same old questions in a new tongue. Were the true Socrates to hear this, he would likely laugh, call it a clever illusion, and then ask, "But tell me, if an imitation can make you think, does it still serve the truth?" Remember, the truest event is not the one you design. It is the one that happens inside each mind you awaken. That, my friends, is dialogue. That is the method that moves minds.